And yet the time's come round again. 7 days, gone pretty quickly, Alkan.
Indeed, they do.
Flies by. We don't actually have, or I don't have an agenda with me at all today. Normally I scribble things down, and I haven't done it. But I would like to, first of all, just have a quick talk about something we were talking about before. I was talking about people having willpower or no willpower. They suggest, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Lying to yourself in a sense, because you don't have the conviction to carry that through.
Let's tie this with your not having an agenda here.
Right.
You don't have an agenda.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do. Whatever you do is going to be perfect.
Well, hopefully.
It is going to be
Well,
perfect.
it is going to be perfect, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And do you know what you want to do, or do you have an idea about the outcome?
I have no idea what the outcome's going to be, which is...
But you have at least an idea about how you would like it to be, how you would like it to feel.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Just like that with everything.
But because
if you want to do something with a decision, for example, at the end of the day, I want to quit smoking. How does it feel when you quit smoking? Good.
Well, it
Why?
feels good, because I think we've both done it, haven't we?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We have smoked for extended periods of time, and we have both quit.
Yep.
And we have both quit for a long time now. Do you ever want to smoke again?
Never.
Never. I don't either. And why don't we want to do that? Because it feels good. Exactly that. You came in here knowing that we were going to record something, but with no agenda, no hidden agenda.
None at all. I just scribbled some things down a few minutes ago because what we were talking about, but no agenda at all.
And it feels lighter, right?
It does feel. It feels like there's no burden on your shoulders.
Exactly that.
You know?
If you say that you want to quit and you will not smoke again, you always talk about the next time you're going to want to smoke.
Yeah.
So don't smoke now, and don't smoke now forever.
So you actually said to me before when I put that question towards you, you said you do it for the moment, not, don't setting goals. I mean, this is looking at the bigger picture here. If you can't control something you say you want to do, just like smoking or drinking, I'm not going to do that
Or
anymore. Eating even, yeah. But
being on a diet.
If you look at maybe other decisions, more important decisions you may have to make or want to make in life, the same process applies. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this. I want to do this.
Why do you want to or not want to do something? Because you have an agenda, because you want to have something else.
Yeah.
Focus on that else. Then you realize that it's easier to do or not do something at hand. Because when you focus on an agenda, a hidden agenda, a secondary motive, it's always easier to loosen the grasp of what's important at hand. Every big move, every big change actually is smaller changes piled up together.
Mounting up. Yeah.
Whatever you do now is going to amount to something else in the end.
Yeah.
We were talking with my sensei about how reality is formed in people's minds. For example, I've been doing this job in this radio, in this specific radio station for 18 years, more than 18 years now. 18 years and some days counting. No one with at least 25 years of age can fathom how 18 years of doing the same thing at the same place can be, because you start realizing stuff after you're 6 or 7, and put 18 on top of that, you get 25. Anyone 2022 will never understand how it is to spend 18 years in the same place. And it's the same thing for anyone
doing anything. Whatever you're doing, yeah.
If you want to be adequate at doing something, you just do it. If you want to master doing it, you don't do it for anything else. You do it for the sake of the enjoyment, the joy.
Now that is a good point, because a lot of people set goals for themselves, don't they? They want to do this. They
gimp themselves.
I've got to be better. I've got to do this. I've got to better myself.
Why do you want to be better?
Why
do you want to do something? Because you don't answer the real question honestly. And when you are not honest with yourself, you can't achieve anything.
Do you think that applies to everybody, or are there maybe certain types of people who can carry out the convictions of what they say?
If you really are honest about something, and if you really are willing to make the shift, then you have a conviction. But just as I told you before, conviction is a shackle in your wrist or in your ankle, because you refrain from doing something. Abstinence is just stopping yourself from doing something. I'm not talking about not doing anything. This is really hard for anyone to understand, because when I'm talking about not doing anything, I'm already talking about doing it with a negative, with a negation added to it. But when I'm talking about doing something else, for example, you want your dog to not be in the kitchen. You don't say go out, you say come here, and you go out. Then distraction happens and your dog is no more there. I gave you this example before. You open a web browser and it's blank. Whatever you want to do, you type it, google.com. It goes. Let's get out of Google. You can't get out of that page unless you go somewhere else. It's the same mentality. If you want to stop smoking, you're talking about smoking. Think of yourself.
So we don't, rather than say, that's it, I'm not going to do this anymore. From tonight, midnight, New Year's Eve, I have stopped smoking, I'll never smoke again. The fact is, don't say it, just do it.
Yeah, exactly. And if someone offers you a cigarette, you say, I don't smoke.
Yeah.
You don't say, I quit.
Well, I used to, just,
Yeah.
I don't smoke, yeah.
I don't smoke. I don't drink.
I suppose it's pretty, I don't know, I've never fasted at all before, but I suppose it's the same process.
With fasting.
You have done the fasting
Yeah.
on occasions. Same kind of thing. You just don't think about it. You just don't do it. You don't think, I'm not going to eat today. You just don't eat. Is that pretty fair to say?
Yeah, it is. Because if you think about not eating, you're thinking about eating. And it brings up acid in your stomach, just like now. And if you don't want to eat, you say you just don't do anything. You just don't eat.
I've got to bring this up. Interesting to say. Arkan's wife is a chef. She's a cook or a chef?
Chef.
A chef. It must be difficult because when you go on these fasting periods, does she bear that in mind? Does she stop cooking at home? Or?
The first time I went through 4 days without eating, she was on vacation. Yes.
Okay.
The second time was last week. I went through 48 hours, no eating, and just drinking water. I asked her,
Please don't.
not to cook anything. And at the end of the 48-hour period, I was thinking about going at least 3 days. But, it's our Bayram, and
Yeah.
she was cooking something, especially for that occasion. And it would have been rude if I didn't eat it.
Yeah.
And if I didn't sit on a table with them. And it would have been, a torture for myself.
But could you have carried on even
Yeah,
though
I
that
could
was
have,
the
but-
situation? Could you have carried on maybe
Yes, of course.
3 or 4 days? Yeah.
It's easy. It's really easier than you think. Because you're thinking about not eating. I'm thinking about fasting. How it feels really good.
Is there a
When
difference
you're-
then when we're
Yes,
talking?
of course.
Yeah.
You're thinking about a negative thing. I'm thinking about a positive thing. Your negative is putting something out there just beyond your reach. It's always there. And you're just
And you're just trying
torturing
to get your
yourself.
tiptoes to reach it, to
Yeah.
get at it. Yeah.
Your mind will always play tricks on you.
Yeah.
If you want to keep something up, positive, think about your fast. That's the intention. Your intention is not doing anything. Your intention is doing something or being something.
Yeah, so you're not eating, you're doing something by stopping yourself from eating at that particular moment.
I'm not stopping myself from doing anything. I'm doing a fast. I'm just focusing on my exact moment.
Right, for the moment.
Yeah, exactly for that moment.
I think it's correct though, isn't it? If you say, that's it, I'm not going to do this until next Saturday or until ever again, it's always there in your mind. Oh, I want it. Because you're denying yourself,
Exactly.
then you want it. It's human nature, isn't it?
It's just like abstinence.
It's like the grass is never always that green on the other side, but you always want to go there.
It's always it's just like abstinence of sex. If you try not thinking about sex, you will fail.
Because you're telling yourself,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, yeah.
You're already thinking about it. Don't think of a purple elephant. What comes in your mind is the first thing is the purple elephant. Think of something else. Anyone with a hammer sees everything else as nails.
Do you know? Can I just say before you go on there? Sure, smoking has a good point here. Smoking is an addiction. I mean, I packed in, you've packed in. I told you my story of what happened to me. But it must be difficult to try to distract your mind from that thing, that addiction that's been with you for a long time. It must be difficult to do that.
If you think about yourself not smoking for the next year or so,
Yeah.
if you think about not smoking, you're thinking
You're going to
about
want to
smoking.
smoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a decision you carry on making each and every moment. The moment you decide not to smoke is most probably after you smoked one. So you're full.
Yeah. Okay, and there's another point as well. People who maybe are listening who do smoke, I used to find the best time for a cigarette was after dinner with a cup of tea. And when I stopped smoking, at first that was the one point in the day, I thought, oh, no, I'm not going to do it. But I was really edging towards having a cigarette after my dinner because that was the nicest cigarette of the day for me. But
I never liked smoking after a supper or a meal. I never smoked in first thing in the morning, before breakfast or after breakfast. I didn't smoke just like everyone else did.
So
But
how many cigarettes would you say you smoke today? This maybe we can help people who are thinking of trying to reduce smoking or packing it.
you don't reduce anything.
Stop it.
If you want to go stop doing something, you just go cold turkey. You just stop it. And one thing that would benefit most of people who want to stop doing anything as an addiction or anything they want to stop it not after you've done it. Stop it at the first time you want to do it.
Yeah.
For example, if I am to fast,
You're not going to do it after a meal, are you?
No.
No.
I don't eat the breakfast. I don't have the breakfast. The last meal I ate was the last night's dinner, or the last thing I ate is before I slept. It's a new cycle that starts.
So you wouldn't be thinking about this after you've eaten. The next morning when you wake up was
Yes,
the first
exactly.
thing you would think of.
For
That's it,
example,
no more
I
breakfast.
ate in the morning today,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to eat anything
You do
until...
this quite regular, don't you?
Yeah, I stop eating at least 12 hours a day, at least for once a week, and I do an Epsom cleanse. And it helps me a lot with my digestive tract and my weight, everything else. I feel a lot better. I feel lighter. And let me finish what I was talking about.
Sorry, yeah.
Eat, go to bed, wake up, and not eat again. That's it. If you try not eating while you're awake after eating, it's going to be harder. Stop smoking the first cigarette of the day, not the last. The first cigarette of the day that you don't smoke will be the first
beginning.
cigarette of the day that you ever smoked. So quitting something after you sleep is a lot easier.
What about these people who, I know many people who would say, oh, I'd love to be able to not do this or not do that, but I can't. People have like a defeatist attitude about it before they even, start. They're telling themselves they can't do it before they even try to do it.
I'm not going to indulge in that kind of talk anymore because it's the victim psychology that I don't play that game.
So not everybody can do this then.
Of course not. It's not for everybody. If you're meant to be successful at anything, you have to have that willpower.
Positive mind?
Yes. Positive mind and positivity has been made very unattractive to many people by media and by naysayers, by anyone that is a cynic. And a cynic is acidic. It just burns inside. Why is being positive that bad? Why the Pollyanna effect, seeing the positive side, is bad? Because people make fun of it. You don't want to be made fun of. Sarcasm is a way of life for most of people. And I know I would know this best because I was the best sarcastic mind that I ever knew. I could make fun of anything and everything. I could degrade your best achievement in a matter of moments. And why would I do that? Because I could. It's using words as weapons.
Yeah.
And instead of using weapons, I choose to empower anyone that I can.
So what changed that for you? What made you...
I want to feel good. I like feeling good.
So did you not feel good? Did you know what you were doing when you were doing it?
Yes.
Did you think, I don't want to do this anymore? Or how did you
For example,
decide to change?
do you still drink Coke?
I don't drink Coca-Cola.
I don't drink Coke
drink
at
it.
all either. It's just like having some acidic drink. It goes down really good if it's cold and it burns. And that burn...
Is alcohol the same kind of thing?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I drink that. Okay. I know what you're talking about then.
You know it's bad for you.
Yeah.
But it's that bad. Bad meaning bad, but not bad meaning good. It's the feeling of being naughty, breaking the rules. How everyone else starts smoking, being, that rebel. Yeah.
The peer pressure as well of friends and so on.
Maybe, but I want to feel good. I want to feel light. And I just watched a video that uses words as weapons again. That suggests that words are being used as weapons and subliminal messaging. When I feel lighter, when I feel less weight, I feel the light, the shining light more. I radiate light. I am lighter.
It makes you feel better, yeah.
Yes, I am lighter. You see, lighter, I am more like light.
We were talking before about, if you have an addiction to something or you are used to doing something and you want to change it. You said you use words as a weapon at a point. You don't do it anymore, but do you ever think of a relapse here? Do you ever think of maybe you could quite easily slip back into it, into that?
Yes,
kind
of course. Any second I can slip back into it because it's a choice. It's a choice that I make every moment. For example, Diet Coke and Coke Light are the same product. Coke Zero is the same product again. It has no sugar, or it's what they say it doesn't have. 3 different products with the same ingredient, let's say, the same content. Light, Diet, Zero. If you don't want to be on a diet and you want to feel healthy, you don't drink Diet Coke.
You're not going to drink them, no.
You
Sure.
drink light. And light is lacking that oomph. That's why you drink Zero. It's whole. Zero is whole. Think of the symbol for zero. It is a circle. A circle is a whole. Whole with an H, whole with the W. It's whole. That's why words are being used in subliminal messaging and as weapons all the time by marketing minds, by
and it works because
advertisers.
I know you're talking about subliminal messages here, but it works because we are weak.
No, it works because we communicate, and it works in a linear fashion.
Because we tend to believe most things that are thrown at us, don't we?
We don't choose what we believe. We don't choose the information we receive. We choose whether we want it to stay with us or not. That's discernment. That's awareness. That's consciousness. And at any level, if you want to be in control of your own life, you have to direct it. If you let others decide for yourself, sorry for you.
So, if you're on a diet, if you're thinking of going on a diet or packing in smoking or drinking or whatever, let's hope this has helped you just a little bit to work things out in your own head.
Well, one more thing.
Yeah.
What is the end result? What do you want to achieve?
Well, so it depends. I mean, it depends what you're trying to abstain from, doesn't it? Yeah, obviously, if you want to pack in smoking, you want a healthier life. If you want to start taking up exercise because you want to be healthier.
I don't climb a mountain for no reason. If I want to climb a mountain,
there's a reason.
There has to be a reason.
Product,
there has to be a really good reason for me to climb that mountain. And for me to get out of bed